I grew up in Mackenzie Lake, Southeast Calgary, and I went to Lord Beaverbrook High School. After graduating, I went out to Ottawa and I took political science at Carleton University out there with a concentration in international relations.
I'm originally from Vancouver Island, grew up there, went to high school there, and completed my undergraduate degree there at the University of Victoria. I did a Bachelor's of Arts in Recreation and Health Education. And at this moment, I'm currently working towards a Juris Doctorate degree. So I'm a law student at Thompson Rivers University with the currently prospective graduation date of 2024.
I recently graduated from Mount Royal University here in Calgary in the Policy Studies program.
After I graduated, I tried to get a job working for the Canadian Foreign Service and struggled to find work. I landscaped. That was a great experience. Shortly after, I got an awesome opportunity to move to Munich, Germany. And I worked out there for a year and a half doing scientific research. And then I returned to Calgary and decided to do a Master's of Public Policy degree at the University of Calgary. I worked for one of my profs while being a student. After graduating, they offered me to come on full time. And then I worked there for over 3 years after graduating. My friend started this awesome legal tech startup and asked if I could apply some of my grant writing skills to his business. And I said, that sounds like fun. I started doing some of that off the side of my desk, and it organically grew into this full-time job that I made the leap and joined Good Lawyer full-time about 2 years ago. And I've been loving it ever since.
I did a total of 3 co-ops. I did 2 with a national sport organization, working with the national team. And I worked as a physical literacy leader and just promoting and facilitating physical activity for children of families who serve. Post-grad, in between kind of when I was writing the LSAT, I also got a job with a law firm in Victoria. I just jumped in, literally cold calling firms. And during COVID, no one was really hiring because of all the concerns, and the courts were closed. Like, it was kind of a disaster. So anyways, I was thankfully able to get an opportunity just working as an admin/legal assistant there. And that really helped inform my decision. And I've since been working with them in the summers and will continue to next summer.
I had a co-op, which was actually at MRU. It replaced a whole semester. So for one semester, I went and I was fortunate enough to actually get the position that I'm currently in. So it was working with Global Affairs Canada and export controls. At co-op is what really got me where I am today. So I extended it. Typically, it's only 4 months, a typical semester. I took the winter semester off, stayed working full time, and then worked the summer as well in that co-op position. And that got me a full year's worth of experience working with export controls. I'm always challenged. I do a lot of research every day. I have to learn something new. It can be something from different kinds of tank ammunition to a different kind of technology with thermal imaging. So that's really interesting to me, the fact that I get to always keep learning and always keep researching and challenging myself.
I think I love the dynamism of it, really just how different it is every day, having a lot of responsibility, being a spokesperson for an organization of 20 people that I really deeply respect. And we've got an amazing team of extremely hardworking and talented folks. This job's the most difficult, but by far the most rewarding thing I've ever been a part of.
I just love meeting new people, learning different areas. I'm still at the very founding stages of my career, so I can't necessarily speak to the work aspect of it. Just, I always try and, if I am able to, and if somebody offers to, just go for coffee or something, I really try and take up that opportunity.
It's totally normal for even a second-year law student to not have yet determined which specialization is right for them. And there are many different factors. It's not just whether you're into family issues or criminal issues. There's different subcultures of legal practice within each, and like certain areas are a lot more intense and will take a heavier toll on your mental health. I think like litigation and criminal law and family law are some examples. And then maybe sport and entertainment law might allow you to work with a different type of clientele, and it's kind of a different type of world that you operate in.
The first thing that we do is we have a daily meeting with our team, and that's really great because not only does that help us bond when we're in this virtual remote environment, but there's a lot of opportunities for questions, for networking, and building kind of your own idea of what your day is going to look like, maybe your week is going to look like. Being a regulator, as I am for exports, I'm doing a lot of client service, you could call it, reaching out to a lot of exporters who are applying for permits. So I directly connect with the public. I'm also doing a lot of writing, a lot of technical writing. So we'll write memoranda that goes all the way up to the foreign minister's office. We're looking at consultations with other government departments and other divisions within. I can usually check off most of my boxes by the end of the day. If not, then I've got a few boxes for the next day.
I think courses that are advantageous are anything that improves your reading and writing and communication skills. Law school is a lot of reading. Importantly, in law school, all your exams are written, but then also going into the job, a lot of what you're doing at the beginning, just as a student, is you're researching, you're briefing cases, which means you're just kind of giving a really concise analysis of what took place, why it's important, what happened. And then you're also maybe doing research for lawyers and finding specific information within pieces of legislation or case law. And then in terms of extracurriculars, I think just doing what you enjoy is, I think, paramount.
It's very important if you're interested in the career path that global affairs can offer, but it's not mandatory. It's definitely going to put you ahead of someone who is still learning their second official language of Canada. If you already speak both languages, French and English, and you speak a third language, that's going to be another huge feather in your cap.
There's kind of like three options. There's working for a big firm where you have a ton of organizational supports around you. Files are just landing on your desk. You can work at a small firm or as a solo lawyer. And then that's basically being an entrepreneur or a small business as well as being a lawyer at the same time. You don't have all those supports. You need to go out and find your own clients. You need to manage the administrative burden yourself and stuff. Like you got to be on the phone talking to your clients, telling them you still owe me. So that's a difficult path. The third way, and this is really popular, is to work in-house for an organization, typically a big company. In-house means you're just a lawyer who is within that organization as an employee.
Be careful who you take advice from. If there's pre-law programs, like have they actually applied to law school? Are they in the process of applying to law school? Have they been admitted to LSAT programs? You know, if they are an LSAT teacher, but then they teach the MCAT and anything else, like kind of have a critical lens because you might not be getting the full picture.
Go sit down or do a virtual meeting with someone that is in the industry or is in a program that you are interested in and ask them questions. You just want to get to know them. And you want to get to know how they got to where they are, kind of like what we're doing here today, but doing it on a more personal level. It's a great tool to have to figure out where you want to go, but also will build your network. And it's also great to build your skills. But yeah, just keep learning. You never know where your path is going to take you. So just absorb it all as you're going. Don't burn any bridges. Save people's contact numbers. Reach out to people, even if just to say hi. It goes a long way. It is about who you know a lot of the times.